Yes, so another superstitious story wey we dey get from the palace of Kabiyesi about the missing throne. Queen Naomi's throne has been stolen. But whoever we don't know by now, but we know hopefully before it is late, we are going to find out the person who stole the Yeye Iluwa throne of Ile-Ife. People do not learn by other people's witness, by witnessing what other people has passed through. Like, it is better to learn by witnessing than to learn by experience. Now, the Ere crown was lost some time ago, and a lot of things we heard happened to say that people who were involved in that Ere crown movement were buried. And at last, Olori Calabash and Blue was saved, because they are still Oloris and they are still under the grace of being the Oloris. If not, if they know anything about that ground, they would have buried as well. But this particular one now, which concerns the Oloris too, they said Queen Naomi came to see that her throne has been taken away. And before this thing happened, they said she had a dream that a crown a crown just lost on her head. She didn't know how it happened, and she didn't want to say it out to anybody. They say she prayed about it, she cancelled it, and later the crown returned back on her head again, according to how they narrated her dream. Now, if you look at it now, when she came to the palace, she found out that the throne is no longer there. Could it be now that is the dream that she had that manifested? That is what a lot of people are asking. But we shall know by the end of this video if truly it is what she thought, what she saw in the dream, or if it's another thing that wasn't revealed that happened. Because right now the Yeyeluwa seat in the palace, her own throne, Queen Naomi's throne, seated near Kabiyesi, is missing, and now they've replaced it with another black one. It was a white seat that she has in the palace, indicating her purity, indicating that this person here only belongs to Kabiyesi and no other man, indicating her pure. In fact, I don't even know how to qualify that any woman who has to sit on that seat is the only woman that is known by Kabiyesi, and no other man would have known that person. And that is why Queen Naomi was given the Yeyeluwa. Yes, because she has proven that she's pure, and it's only Kabiyesi who has ever known her. So that is why the seat was pure. And whenever Queen Naomi sits on that seat, they said she sees beyond. Whenever she sits on that seat indicates a connection between she and the world beyond. Connection between she and the Yeyeluwas that have ever lived, those ones that have died and left. She communicates with them. They tell her things to do. They give her directions on what to do. They back her fully and they protect her. So whoever that has the mind to steal that Yeyeluwa seat is really looking for a big trouble for herself. Not even for Kabiyesi, not even for Queen Naomi, but for herself. Because I am telling you, the person is going to regret this. The person is going to regret this in no distant time. So they took Queen Naomi's seat and now replaced it with a black one, indicating that black one is an abomination. They only want to ruin that space for Queen Naomi. Because they said nothing dark, nothing colored. Anytime Queen Naomi wants to sit on that seat, Queen Naomi dressed in white all through. Whatever she's putting on must be white. Both inner wears and outer wears must be white. Now they want to replace it with a black one, in order to alter with the spirit that is working in that Yeyeluwa space. In order to alter the spirit that is working in that Yeyeluwa space, because we heard that there is a spirit of all the Yeyeluwas that has been living. They always gather there to meet and direct Queen Naomi on what to do. So them bringing in another, because they said there is nothing that should stay in that place. Nothing colored should come near it. I don't know if you have heard about it before. There was a time they made mention of something like that. It went viral. That time that Queen Naomi was, the first time Kabiyesi and Queen Naomi wanted to marry, that Queen Naomi was going through 14 ritual step. She was marching on blood. And that would be the only stain. See, to the extent that Queen Naomi cannot even sit on that seat whenever she's on her period, to see the extent that that chair is sacred. They say she cannot sit there whenever she's seeing her monthly this thing, that nothing colored should come near there. Whenever anything colored comes, let's say Queen Naomi wear any colored night, maybe inner wears or whatever, it is going to ruin, and a lot of rituals must be done to appease it. Now they say these people steal, and they talk say they steal and they replace them with a black one. They have defied the space. That space has been defiled. I don't know why there are no guards there to monitor them. Or is it something that they did spiritual too? Is it possible that they come and carry this seat spiritually without nobody seeing them? Is it something that is possible? I keep asking. Because I do not understand why things we keep missing in the palace. Things we keep missing when there are a lot of guards everywhere. Is it that when these people want to stay, they will manipulate the guards and cover their faces? Is it what it looks like? Because I don't really get it. I don't really get it at all. So for the fact that Queen Naomi still remains pure and truthful to Kabiyesi, they said that's it. Instead of it to bring curse upon Queen Naomi, it will bring curse upon whosoever that carried it. That is what the Iyanifa said, and the chief priests. Because what they did that is for Queen Naomi to be cursed. Anything, they said anytime a colored something cross that space, Queen Naomi will receive full curses, which you only take by the special ritual for them to be able to neutralize it. For them to be able to neutralize it, it will take rituals upon rituals, of which it is the ritual that anyone that is accepted though, because if you do 100, nobody, they no go accept anyone. So Iyanifa shouted in a loud voice, do they even know what they're doing? Do they even know the implication of what they're doing? These women will just, because it's obvious it's one of these women, after they wanted to sell Kabiyesi's house, the gift that Kabiyesi gave them, and found out that it is not going to work. They found out that it is not going to work. Kabiyesi did not approve it. And now, they took Queen Naomi's seat just for Queen Naomi to receive curse. They only want to cause this woman nothing but pains. And that is why you see them manipulating. A lot of times you have wanted them to leave the palace, but I don't know. Nobody can really tell why they're still in that palace, except Kabiyesi. But I believe that if really there is anything, that Kabiyesi, if really there is anything, then that Kabiyesi would have been the first person to push them out. If really it is that easy to move them out of the palace. Shebi Kabiyesi have been requesting for their bride price from all the family of these people. Nobody really listened to him. Nobody really give him anything. They told him, as you come to marry them, they will remain there in your house. Kabiyesi has requested for this bride price over and over again. And without returning bride price, I don't think Kabiyesi can return these women. No. I think that is the problem here. If Kabiyesi does not return bride price, he will not be able to return these women. That is what is the big deal now. So that is why they're still there, still causing problem. That is why they're still there, causing a whole lot of problem. You get? So you are beginning to see that Queen Naomi is in a very big hot soup. And these women will only take these punishments if Kabiyesi return their bride price. For now, that their bride price is still on, Kabiyesi's bride price is still on their head, even though they are still married to their husbands legally. But Kabiyesi has committed himself to them. Nothing can. In fact, that is why they keep going free, because they are seen as Kabiyesi's wife, even though they are not completely Kabiyesi's wife like Queen Naomi. That is why there are some level that Queen Naomi can go in this marriage that they cannot go. There are some places Queen Naomi can visit that they cannot visit. There are some places that Queen Naomi can, some things that Queen Naomi is allowed to do that they are not allowed to do. That is the only difference. But apart from that, Queen Naomi is still the only legal wife of Kabiyesi, because Queen Naomi has taken it to court, collected her certificate. Her Yeyeluwa certificate is intact with her. So Iyanifa has made it clear to them, if you love your life, return that seat. That anytime anybody tries to sit, it's even okay you keep the seat there and be looking at it, but don't ever sit. If you sit, that is spy for you. And why people are saying Iyanifa shouldn't have given them this update, but Iyanifa has to give them the update to also save the seat. Because if anybody buys on that seat, that is the end of Yeyeluwa for Queen Naomi. There's no other body, any other person that will be Yeyeluwa again after her. In fact, it will stop from her in her own side. So you see, that is why this Olo is know very well. That is why they carried the seats. But Iyanifa has told them, if you love your life, just keep the seat there till we find it. But don't you ever sit down there, because you are going to regret all that you have done. Yes, at the wrong run, you're going to regret why you even went to Kabiyesi chambers to carry Queen Naomi's seat and come out. I'm going to be bringing you more updates, my people. Please kindly subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget that all these are alleged and speculated info making waves on the social media. I will be back.